Hello and welcome to Turntable update number 11. I've got a fairly small item for you today, and it is this record clamp made by Michell Engineering. It's even got England engraved on the front there. Now this is a screw-on type record clamp, and it's made of a black resin called Delrin and has an anodised aluminium screw thread in the centre with the knob there. You can either have the knob in black or silver. Simply is placed on top of the record and is screwed down to hold the record down flat. Now the reason I bought this particular record clamp, and this is the only record clamp that I have, is that I saw it featured by VC member Dan, whose channel name is Vinyl Fury, and he did a fantastic video and a fantastic demonstration of this particular product. I'll put a link below. He's very, very good at making videos, very, very good camera work. He used to be very prolific, hasn't made very many videos recently, but it's well worth looking at his back catalogue if you don't know his channel. And just to show this working, I have Sigur Ros's latest album. One of the records is double album, it's slightly warped, and you put it on as you'd expect, and you put that directly down over the spindle, dead simple, push it down so it's nice and flat with the record, and just tighten it up, tighten that knob up, and that is now completely firmly holding the record down in place. Now that will help flatten out any sort of warps and ripples in the record, and it also stops the record moving left or right on the mat as it goes around. It shouldn't move, but technically they can. It just helps ground the vinyl down and gives better sound quality, and say it does make a noticeable difference. But this clamp has another anti-warp feature as well. But first of all, I chose to go with a sort of screw-on clamp, lightweight. I mean, this is, you know, considering it's fairly thin, it's got a bit of weight to it. Absolutely gorgeous sort of tactile quality. It's a very well made piece of kit, but it's not heavy. And you know, the platter on my turntable is just a basic aluminium platter with this mat on top. I can't imagine putting a huge heavyweight puck on here is going to do the motor or the bearing any favours at all. And you know, long term will probably break the turntable and certainly make it wear out quicker than it should. So using the screw-on clamp made sense, but it has a special anti-warp feature. It has a special thing that comes with it. There you go. Now you might be thinking, yep, that doesn't look very special at all, and it is literally just a felt washer. But the felt washer goes over the spindle as so. It doesn't have to be used, it's a sort of extra when necessary. You put your warped record, and you'll see how warped that record is in a minute. It's probably difficult to see it at the moment. Now you put it on, and it's now resting on top of the washer. It's, yeah, not good. But now you put the clamp on, and you have to push the clamp down with some serious force. And then you tighten up the knob as so, and the record is now nice and tight on the surface. Now what it does is the washer pushes the record up in the middle, and when you put the clamp down, it pushes the vinyl down onto the mat and holds it very well in place. Especially useful if the record is warped in a sort of bowl type warp. But even when you've got sort of ripples or normal warping, it certainly helps a great deal as well. And the amount of force that is clamped down with is far greater than the weight of a heavyweight record clamp. You'd have to have, you know, great big, huge sort of breeze box sitting on there to have anything like close to the amount of force that has been delivered when I screwed it on. And it does a very good job of removing the warps, as I will show now in a demonstration. And here we have a demonstration of my Sigur Ros record actually playing. One of the records, it's a double LP, one of the records is relatively flat, the other one, as you can see, is pretty appalling. Now that's it playing without the clamp in place, and now I'm going to put the clamp on and show the difference, show the two things side by side. Now hopefully that has reduced the amount of warps in the record enormously. And as you can see, the record's not fluctuating anything like as much. It won't cure the problem, but it reduces it by I don't know, 80–90%. Makes a big difference. Makes a difference to the sound quality as well. And I say, well worth trying. Now I have the record playing without the clamp in place. Now put the clamp in place, and as you can see, it is much flatter. Not perfect, but much flatter. Again, without the clamp, wobbling up and down, and with the clamp, much flatter. Now if you've learnt anything here, it's simply that this Michell turntable clamp with its little washer here is an absolutely superb piece of kit. It works very, very well. It cost about £28 from a third-party seller on Amazon in the UK, and very easy to get hold of. And it is something that you can use on cheap turntables like this, but it also won't be able to place on an expensive turntable. It is made by Michell Engineering, who makes some very high-end turntables, certainly far more exotic than the Marantz here, and far more expensive as well. So it's something you can keep as you upgrade your turntable. And I would say that even if you currently have a heavyweight puck, to sit on here, something like this with its little felt washer and its ability to actually screw down and clamp the record, warped record, nice and flat, would be a useful addition as well. You could use your normal clamp heavyweight puck for normal records that aren't warped, if you can actually find any, and you can use this on your records that are warped. Certainly a very useful addition, and very cheap, especially considering the quality and how effective it is. So I would have to say, give it 10 out of 10 really. The only caveat with it really is that when you put it down here and you actually have to push it down, you have to push it down with some force. Now that is going to put a little bit of wear and tear on the spindle of the record player, particularly a cheaper one like this. And also you do have to use some oomph. If you're the type of person who is a little bit lily-livered when it comes to doing things like this, you're going to struggle to use it. And I have heard of people putting the washer on, putting this on, listening to the record, and then this pops up, and the record pops up, especially if it's warped, so it forces it back up, and of course, it causes problems with the needle and everything. All I can really say is that they're not doing it up tight enough, because all you need to do that, and that is super tight. I could tighten it up enough so I could actually literally lift the whole platter off the turntable, no difficulty whatsoever. But you do need to use some oomph, and if you're not prepared to use some oomph, then I would say this product really isn't for you. But otherwise, superb product, and highly recommended. Right, and so that's the end of turntable update number 11. Now turntable update number 12 is coming up, and it's going to be me showing my spin clean record washers. So not actually a turntable update at all. And then after that I have a synopsis video showing my progress with the Marantz so far. The reason for that is this is the end of the road for the Marantz. The new turntable has been purchased. It's not going to be featured in a video until I've had time to actually listen to it and judge how good it is, and so I'll give a little bit of a review when I make a video. So that's probably not coming for around 3 or 4 weeks yet. But yeah, it's been an enjoyable journey so far, and I hope you've enjoyed watching the videos. There'll be plenty more to come, and well, bye for now. Thanks for watching.